How's it going, guys? Mask here, and I have an updated, optimized version of the Union Attack Labyrinth Builder Farm for Yami Marik. The great thing about this deck list is it's actually going to score 8,100 points as a base score without any prismatics or glossies. What we've changed from our last, from the Union Attack version is instead of running, and this, by the way, this was brought to you guys by Miriam90 from Reddit, who commented on my post letting me know that this was possible. Because we're running Sorceress Spell Wall, the bonus 300 attack that we're gaining allows us to run the Fiend Megabycer, Feng Huang, and Gravekeeper's Vassal, put it all that together through 2 Union attacks, and we're going to be hitting for over 10k. Feng Huang clears the back row for us, bypassing the need for anti-magic arrows or Storm, allowing us to replace Summoner of Illusions, the Dimension Hole, and whatever you're running, either being anti-magic arrows or Storm, with double summon Feng Huang and the Fiend Megabycer. Now, that triple combo there, the difference is with double summon, we're actually tributing Feng Huang over the Labyrinth, giving us that bonus 300 points for the tribute summon. That's pushing this deck from 7,800 points to 8,100, which is awesome. We've also ditched the healing. We've ditched both Rain of Mercies in replace of Jars of Greed, buffing the card draw even more. And it was actually during my last duel that I was doing, while I was working on the non-Union Attack version of this farm deck, which I've already posted. I realized, what is Jar of Greed to this deck? It's one card that draws one card out of our deck for us. Well, actually, Planet Pathfinder does the exact same thing. If it's used right, this one card is going to draw out a field spell, essentially drawing a card out of our deck. By abusing Good Goblin Housekeeping properly, we can actually turn every single Planet Pathfinder into a Jar of Greed. So once I realized that, we can bump the consistency of this deck up simply by taking out of Jar of Greed and adding in a Planet Pathfinder. In fact, there is absolutely no need for a Jar of Greed in this deck unless you already have 3 Planet Pathfinders. Now, I've farmed Yami Bakura. Wow, listen, watch me go. Yami Bakura was way more of a pain in the ass to farm. I farmed Yami Marik about 13 times now, and I've yet to fail due to not drawing the field spell, and I've only been running 2 Planet Pathfinders and 2 field spells, either Sorceress Spell Wall or Acidic Downfall, but you cannot use Acidic Down. A side note, you cannot use Acidic Downfall in this deck because we do need the bonus 300 attack from Sorceress Spell Wall. This version specifically has to be run on the Sorceress Spell Walls. I'm fortunate enough to have them glossy, so of course I want to go this route. But regardless, the Planet Pathfinders outclass the Jar of Greed by making this even more consistent. I've never failed with 4. Now there's 5 methods of drawing it in the deck, and card draw everywhere. That's pretty much it. Other than that, it's a pretty standard endgame. You guys have seen it many times. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight into the farms. Make sure I save this. Yeah, this was the last edit I made, deciding that Planet Pathfinder is literally worth a Jar of Greed, but better in this deck. I'm going to jump into it. A couple things that I've noticed, ways you can fail this farm, things you have to look out for. Actually, really the only times I've failed Marik are when I miscalculate getting low life by abusing his effect at the end. Sometimes I skip a draw because I want to wait an extra turn to take a whole extra turn's worth of damage, just so we can guarantee that low life. Because it is that sub 1,000 HP that's pushing this deck from 7,600 base up to 8,100 base. Now, the really cool part about that is if you simply have 400 points of prismatic or glossy in this deck, you're good to go. You do not have to even go for low life, because this is an 8,100 base. Skip it on low life, that's dropping you to 7,600. And yeah, so like for example, I have a prismatic Union Attack, I have a glossy Sorceress Spell Wall, and I'm pretty sure, actually both mine are glossy, and I have a glossy Secret Path to the Treasures. I'm good. When I'm farming this and grinding with this deck, I'm not even going to have to worry about low life, which makes this a mindless farm deck. The only way you can really screw up is failing at calculating low life. The things to look out for is your people often underestimate the discard. Discarding at the end of your turn will increase the number of cards in your graveyard and then make the skill hit you harder. 2 farms, I think I've messed up at least 2 farms. The later I am and the more tired I am, I certainly start to mess that up a little more as well. Got the card draw. One good thing to do, hold on to this good goblin housekeeping. There's no need to throw it away right now. It would literally just add a card to our graveyard when we simply didn't need a card there. And yeah, we don't need a card there right now, so why use it? With the field full too, another reason. Sometimes I like to just hold on to the draw. Shards of Greed, they're really good though. 2 to 1. Let's just get it going. Cool, we pulled the jar. That made that worth it. But do not play your good goblin housekeeping until you either are actively shuffling a sorceress spell wall back in the deck to get that extra card draw from your planet Pathfinder. There's the planet. So now I'm gonna have a reason to good goblin housekeep because we're gonna be shoving that field spell right back in. But once again, I think I'm actually not gonna do it until we actively have another planet Pathfinder in the deck. That's the best way to guarantee do it on your own turn, and it's literally shuffle draw, like when we used to abuse switcheroo with the Thunder Dragons. Game, you're all right. We don't have come back victory yet, but that'll change. We outdraw him always. Graveyard fills up way faster than his does. Still don't have that planet Pathfinder actually. Good goblin housekeeping. This is going to be 6. This will be 4-2. Ah, screw it. I'm going for it anyway. And this is the part where it gets slightly complicated. You're trying to calculate low life. We only have 4 cards in the graveyard right now. Like, low life just is not coming our way. See what do we get? There it is, Planet Pathfinder. So we go ahead, shuffle that Sorcerer's Spell Wall back into the deck because it doesn't matter anymore. Great thing about it is on the bottom. So it's on the bottom of the deck, so you're not going to naturally draw into it anytime soon either. We have 3,200. We're going to take damage on 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. If we put no more cards in the graveyard and don't draw anything else, we will get low life. But of course, we're going to be discarding. I think we might be fine. We do have this Shard of Greed that's going to pop off and bump that up. You can set double summon. Once you set double summon, everything left in your hand should be fine. Okay, so we have 6. It could go to 7. 7, 14, 21. Is 21 going to do it? It's not, but I'm certainly can add to it. So we only want to take damage 3 more times. That's going to be on the end of this turn. So I'm just going to do it now because I'm tired of thinking. And this is, if you guys want to take the time and if you get good at this calculation, I can't say I'm bad at it, but it's just getting a little late. I'm getting tired, especially. But like I said, if you only have 400 points of Glossy or Prismatic, screw it. Just end it. I could just be done and over with this farm. Don't even got to worry about it anymore. If I pop this, I'm going to take damage at the end of 2 and at the end of 1, which is going to be 7, 14. Not enough. But if I do draw, I'm going to be shoving that deck way packed full of more cards. So I'm actually good. We're going to hit low life smack on the nose now. This whole deck's done on the last turn, so I don't have to worry about anything. Bam, bam, and this is the discard. As long as you have one of your endgame cards set, you know you're at no threat of having to discard an important card. If you have every single card in my hand right now is an important card, so I had to have this double summon set. Always got to keep an eye, half of an eye on your hand, know what's going on down there. And this is a 100% last turn of the game deck. We don't got to worry about it. We do the whole thing right here. Now to finish it off, it doesn't matter the order. You can either you pop double summon right away. You can summon Feng Huang. I like to get my special summon out of the way because if you do summon Gravekeeper's Vassal before the Fiend Megabycer, you won't be able to get the Fiend out. It'll make his special effect not work. Feng Huang hits the ground, makes him force activate Nightmare Wheel, and just like that, your Gravekeeper's Vassal is completely safe. And there it is. Secret Pass to the Treasures. 2 Union attacks. And I'll use my last Sorcerer's Spell Wall just because it's glossy. You want to cycle that. Why not? And there we go. 59 should be like 10-8. There it is. Now this should be 8,100 points as a base score. We'll get that obviously by taking the total. We'll subtract off the glossy and prismatic we had. 8,600. Got the Masked Beast, Des Guardius. 4,000, 5,000 gold, 12 gems. The drops from this event are just so sweet. So we got 200 points prismatic, 300 points glossy. This was a 8,100 base score farm. There's that tribute summon that was buffing it up from 7,800. Like I said, I am just going to fly through this event with this deck now because I don't even have to worry about low life because we are getting 500 points from prismatic and glossy. But like I said, you just put your mind to it, get your math right, and you can score 8,100 base easy without any prismatic or glossy. You don't got to worry about it. Oh, we've dropped back below 999 pieces of toast. Wonderful. And let's go one more time. We'll burn through it one more time. This time I'm not going to worry about low life because I know I don't have to. Because we're still going to score over 8k without doing it. But for those of you who have at least 400 points of prismatic or glossy, this is how you should run it. No math. It's lying in bed at the end of the night friendly. There's that Planet Pathfinder. Which is beautiful. That's card draw number 1. We got 2 more Planet Pathfinders in the deck that we're gonna have to get more card draw from as well. What does this deck have total card draw? We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. There's 14 card draw power in this deck. That's how I like to define it. Card draw power. That's crazy. In an ideal world, that means we could if you have 14 card draw power, you should, in an ideal world, drawing the deck perfectly, be able to accomplish this entire thing. Your opening hand's 4 cards. Technically, if it was just the dream hand, you could almost do this duel in like 4 or 5 turns. Actually, now I'm intrigued. I want to draw up a theoretical deck list order and see just what the absolute fastest game. I'm actually going to challenge you guys. What turn? I want screenshots. What turn can you complete this farm on? I want to see what the fastest we can complete a level 40 Marik farm at. Your opening hand is like 3 Shards of Greed and a Planet Pathfinder. I guess that wouldn't be too optimal because we do have to throw 2 cards back in for Labyrinth Wall. But whatever. Your opening hand is like a shard. You go second, so you have the first draw. Your opening hand is like Planet Pathfinder, 2 pieces of garbage, and 2 Shards of Greed. And you're good. Off to the races right off the bat. Getting distracted here. We can play the Shard. We're not worrying about low life this time. So anytime I have card draw, we're just going ham. Saving that good Goblin Housekeeping for when we see a Planet Pathfinder. Just in case we draw that Sorcerer's Spell Wall. Double Summon, that's not it. And that is it, actually. So we're going to go ahead and see what we pull out here. I have a feeling we'll probably pull one. No, we did not. We can rotate the Good Goblin Housekeeping because it's going to put it on the bottom of the deck. Oh, and there's that Planet Pathfinder. This was actually perfect. One goes in, and it comes right back out. Jar of Greed will pick us up another card here. Scar and Shard. Jar brings down to 5. Shard brings us down to 3 after 2 turns, meaning there'll be 1 card left in the deck. Actually, this good Goblin Housekeeping will bring us to 3. We'll natural draw to 2 and end the game with Shard there, so we're good. I'll go ahead and set double summon because I know that we need one of our endgame cards set to guarantee our hand is safe from ever having to discard. Good Goblin Housekeeping. Always good to... Sometimes I always just focus one endgame card to the bottom of the deck as well. It just makes that hand juggling nonsense solve itself immediately. Yo, Yaska, G4. Thanks for the follow.
MasKScarin.
And that's it. So we just hyper drew right to the end. Like I said, we didn't worry about low life this time, so there was no thinking. Just draw, 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 super fast. We'll go ahead, pop our double summon on our last turn here. Change the order up a little bit here. We won't go Fiend Mega Cyber Bicer. My brain said it right. What have I done? We won't go the Fiend Mega Bicer first. Yeah. Here we go, because you tribute summon it. You're tribute summoning anyway, so there's still room. Whatever you cannot summon Vassal before the Fiend. That's the only thing you can't screw up. Secret Pass, Prismatic Union, and there's my 1, 2, 3, 400 points in Glossy. This is the 500th point here. Overkill. We only needed 400. Second Union attack going down on Vassal, and we're good. And this should score. This will score without low life. For me, this is going to score 8,100 points. And like much less hassle, just not having to calculate low life. But it's worth it. Obviously, that 8th chest for anybody who needs to go that route. Trust me, it's worth it. Go for that 8th chest. 8,100. There it is. We didn't get any gold this run. Holy smokes. Well, technically we got, what, 2, and I think these are worth 100 each? 500 gold? I'll take 21 gems, though. That's almost half a pack. And there it is, though. This is the deck I'm running, hands down. As of right, like, this is what I'm grinding this event on. I'll be playing this deck most of the night. I got a lot of 924 pieces of toast to burn before I go to sleep. That's my goal. 265,000 gold. This event is so awesome. Once again, guys, I want to ask you, if you've made it this far, what is the most gold you've gotten from a level 40 Marik farm? Take a screenshot. I want to see how fast can you do a level 40 Marik farm? What's the earliest turn you finished it on? And what's the most gold you've gotten in a reward from it? My record is 12,000 so far. We got the 2,000 gold chests dropped for 8,000, and then we had 4 500s drop that doubled up for a total of 12k gold. One farm. I was like, it was crazy. Anything I can buy? 3. Nope. Oh, bought that one. 3. Okay, if I've already bought that one, that means I've already been through here. And that's going to be it for this level 40. Now, I am done with Labyrinth Builder for now. So those of you who are looking for a non-Paradox Brother, non-Labyrinth building farm deck, that is what I'm working on now. So stay tuned for that. And also, make sure you catch us live at twitch.tv/MasKScarin. You can find a link to the Discord channel down below in the description, guys. Come join the Discord channel. I say it every time, but I mean it. We have a ton of fun, a lot of cool people hanging out there. And of course, that is when these patches launch. That's where we hang out and grind out these farming decks. It's how we figure out what cards the duelists have, how we're gonna get around them and put the deck together. But yeah, I guess as always, guys, don't forget, stay classy.